Hey, this is Javen. I want you to get excited about this week's podcast. There's going to be a special word just for you to help you and challenge you in what you're going through. Get ready. It's time for you to start living your best life now, and it starts right now. Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Do It Now, Why Wait When Your Best Is. Well, that's the name of my book. The name of the podcast is Do It Now. What's up? I'm your host, Javen, and I'm excited to talk with you this Thanksgiving week and just have what they used to say, a talking to, and just get into the information of what makes us a better person and what keeps us going in life. And I think one of the most important things that helps us in life is our opportunity to be grateful and our opportunity to be thankful. The word thank you, or the word thank and think come from the same root word. So it lets you know that in order to actually be thankful about something, you have to be thinking about that something that you want to be thankful about. In other words, thankfulness is an intentional act. You have to literally be intentional about if you want it to be grateful. Gratefulness is, I don't think it's something you can scientifically just put on the average human being. Most of us are not going to think about what we do have. Most of us are going to be honest with you. Let's be honest. We're going to probably think about what we don't have, what's not working in our life, what's wrong with the relationship, the lack of money here, how we want a better car, a better house, this, that, and the other. And the list goes on and on and on. You can find, a laundry list of things without thinking too much of what you want to change or what you want to see better for your life or what you don't have. When you start trying to list what is good for your life and what has been a blessing and what is, still great opportunities for yourself as a human being, that becomes a little bit more challenging because you have to kind of focus on the good, the positive. And naturally, our bodies and our brains don't even work that way. Our brains are designed to go immediately to the part of our body that is painful. If you get a backache or, your toe or even a paper cut, right? Like just the smallest little thing that agitates you, don't get bit by no mosquito. What, man? The mosquitoes, what? Everywhere I go, man, it seems like mosquitoes love me, man. I could be having the greatest lunch, having the greatest business meeting, could be talking to some of the most beautiful people, and everything could be great. But man, I get one little mosquito bite somewhere, I'm down there. I want to go home. Anybody else like that? I'm done with the lunch. I don't want to do nothing else. I want to go find some alcohol and deal with that mosquito. That's just how the brain works. The brain is constantly looking, and it gravitates to whatever is kind of like that negative thing or that itch or whatever in our life. And life can be like that too. It's very easy to go, man, I don't have nobody, or the person I got ain't really all the way, she don't do this or she don't do that, or he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. And you just constantly find all the things that's wrong. But this week is a week of gratefulness. Come on. All this week, I want your assignment is going to be, how can I be more grateful? How can I be more thankful of whatever it is that's around me? I was, I'm telling on myself right now, I was trying to figure out what to put on today. And I got the closet is not big enough. Let me say it this way. That closet is not big enough to separate the shoes and the clothes. I need one of those organizers. I don't know what you call that, but I need one of those people that can come in and organize, color coordinate. I heard that there's people that actually do this. Color coordinate your shirts, your suits, your jackets, and your shoes, man. Somebody hit me up. Y'all know somebody that does that. Label all the shoes, or they take a picture of the shoes, they put it on the outside of the box and all that stuff. So it's really easy to know where to find. and I know I'm not the only person, and somebody comment on the thread right here. Do y'all ever forget that y'all got like certain shoes or certain... You like totally forgot you even had that jacket or you even had that, that happens a lot these days. That might just be my old age. I don't know. But I think that it's about the idea that I've been blessed enough to have more than one pair of shoes or 3 pairs of shoes, if you will. And, I was trying to get dressed and figure out what to put on. And I just, it was a problem because, like I said, I was trying to, figure, well, where's that, oh, I remember I had a pair of the jeans that go blah, 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 whatever. And then it was like, dig. Then I found it and I paused and I was like, you know what? I'm grateful that I have this problem. I'm grateful that I have the challenge of trying to figure out what pair of shoes to wear, what hoodie to put on. Don't judge me. I'm a hoodie guy, man. Trust me, I would preach in a hoodie every Sunday if I could. I would wear a hoodie to business meetings if I could. That and Crocs. They used to make fun of me because I believe that I'm the one that started the trend of Crocs being cool. Let me just kind of. That's the one I'm looking for. Come on, give it to me. I believe I'm the one that, because I used to wear Crocs with everything. I tried to preach one time, teaching Crocs. And one of my leaders like, man, we don't think you should do that. Anyways, now they all wear Crocs, I think because of me. I want to read something to you from my book, Do It Now While Wait When Your Best Is Now. Thank you for everybody that's gotten your copy. Do me a favor, go back and do a, what they call it, a review. Go back and do a review, star, and let people know what you think about the book so that would encourage them to get it. But some of you done them so far, but go ahead and do one. I know it's a little tedious to do that kind of stuff, but I really, really appreciate it. I want to read to you something from Waking Up to Now. What chapter is this? This is chapter, I think it's chapter 3. Waking Up to Your Now. I just passed it. Let's see here. This is chapter 3, yeah. And it's entitled Waking Up to You Now. And there's a subtitle called I Can, I Will, I Am. And I say this, we were made to be creative beings. Anytime we're not cultivating, creating, and producing fresh things, it takes away from our value and self-worth. We become worthless when we sit back and say, I can't. And the only reason why many of us say I can't is because we couldn't do it in the past. Our can't is a part of our past, but in our present, there is a I can. I think that when you start looking at the opportunity to be grateful, and when you start looking at the opportunity to be thankful in your life, it opens up your now to where you start realizing that there's a lot of things that you really can do. That when you look at all that you have been able to survive, some of us have survived a broken heart. Some of us have survived, car wrecks. My first car wreck. Can I tell y'all? I'm telling all my business today. We need to have more guests on. That way I don't have to tell all my business. Yo, my first car wreck. I hit 3 cars at one time. Come on. I need to see what else this is. That's nothing. Yes, that's probably how my head felt. My head felt like that. When I came through, me, my 2 sisters come from high school. By the way, I was only 15 years old. So what I was doing with a car, driving at 15 years old, you got to go to my dad about that. Anyways, I was driving and I had a Gremlin. You ever heard of a Gremlin? Yeah, not the movie, The Gremlin. I'm talking about the car. There's a car called the Gremlin. I'd almost pay somebody if they could find me a real Gremlin today. I used to drive a Gremlin, had it nicely done up with rims and armor all that stuff, and got distracted as any 15-year-old would, and was looking over here for whatever reason and driving full speed ahead and rammed right into, because I thought the light did change, but the person in front of us stopped abruptly and I didn't have enough time to put on brakes. Anyways, I hit the person in front of me. They hit the person in front of them. They hit the person in front of them. And then the one that stopped, he took off. When you know it, right? And why am I even telling y'all that story? I don't even know. Oh, here's what happened. So I had to do a talent show that night in high school. I was going to sing. I was going to do the lead for a men's group where we were going to cover the Winans. Question is, will I ever leave you? The answer is no, 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 no. Little 15-year-old Javen, I was on stage. I was getting ready to shut it down. Well, the only thing that was going to get shut down was me because my dad was going to kill me. My sisters were mad at me because they done bumped their heads all up in the car. And get ready for, lawsuit after lawsuit because I hit 3 cars. You talking about a depressed time. I just went and, tried to bury myself under all my clothes and the covers and everything that day. But something happened to me that changed my life forever. Talking about grateful and thankful. I have a brother who was in the wheelchair. He's paralyzed from the waist down due to an accident that he had when he was 15. Him and 2 of my other brothers. And I was a small kid at this time. I'm 12 out of 13. I was out at the bottom. And they were going to prom or something like that. Anyways, it got to raining and whatnot, and the car spun, and they crashed into one of those huge cement pillars that holds up the interstate that goes over. You ever see those when you go up under the interstate? You see big old pillars. So they crashed into one of those, man. And they were in a little Volkswagen. One of them little Volkswagen. He was in the back of the backpack. That thing used to have like a little back compartment where you could put some clothes and stuff like that. He was back there sleeping, man. It's just it's the grace of God. He's even alive. Anyways, they almost didn't make it. He and my other brother. And anyways, he is my hero because he's an elder at our church. We call him Elder John. He's my hero. He's always been my hero, man. He's the one that got me into music. He's the one that got me into fashion and dressing up and, grooming. He's the one that taught me about taking care of your car, washing your tires and armor all, matching your clothes. So he was my motivator. He did pretty well for himself. He had a BMW. He had a 3 Series BMW, nice BMW, very nice. And that was back when, everybody didn't have a BMW. We were pretty privileged for him to have that. My big brother, he comes in the room while I'm sitting there, and straight on depression. My life has ended because I felt like I killed somebody. He comes in the room and says, you need to go to that talent show. And I said, I'm not going. I said, do you know what I've done? That's what I remember saying to him. Do you know what I've done? Do you know? Give me some song from me. No, that ain't it. Yes. Do you know what I've done? That's what I was saying to him. And he looked at me and he said, man, let's see, I got some keys here. He brought those keys to me. And he put those keys and he put them in my hand like that. He said, if you don't get up and get back behind that wheel tonight, mind you, the accident took place earlier that afternoon. The talent show was that night. I'd already called. Word had started to get out that I had had this accident. I wasn't coming. He said, he put those keys in my hands and he said, if you don't get behind that wheel now, he said, you'll never get behind that wheel. He said, you got to do it. Come on, say it with me. Now. Yeah, isn't that good? Well, long story short, I got behind the wheel. I drove that nice BMW to my high school talent show that night. And man, I sung better than Marvin Winans himself. I sung like it was my last day. I mean, it was a school concert, but I took them all the way to church, man. The girls were screaming. People were falling out. Babies were being thrown from the balcony. It was a powerful time. It was my first lesson in learning how to be absolutely grateful for what you have, and being grateful and living in your now means you have to keep going no matter what the situation looks like. You cannot stop. I want to share something from a chapter entitled Helping Others. This was towards the end of the book, chapter 10. And I put this in there because I really believe that, you know, our blessings are directly connected to other people. I really believe that. I can't do this podcast if I didn't have my media team helping me. And my media team wouldn't be able to do a podcast if they didn't have me. I guess they could do it. You could try it. They think this stuff is easy, by the way. This is very, very. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. All right, so we're talking about helping others. So I really believe that you are directly connected when you are directly blessed by the people that you're connected to. And what I mean by that is that God blesses those who bless others, and that you are blessed to be a blessing, that you didn't get all that you have just so it's just for you, but that's so that you can share it. And I know a lot of times what people think is, well, I don't have nothing, or I don't have a great accomplishment. Well, if you survived a broken heart, that's a great accomplishment. If you survive people being, mean to you and trying to destroy you on a job, everybody's had a job at some point where you've had a coworker or a boss or somebody that just tried to ruin you and try to destroy you. That's an accomplishment. All of these things will lead you to the opportunity to be a blessing to others. One of the reasons why I don't judge people, and one of the reasons why I'm very empathetic to people that go through hard times, or people that are being lied on or talked about and whatnot, it's because I know what that feels like. I know what that felt like. Something I really don't talk about a lot in public, and I don't think I've ever talked about it a lot in public, is when I first went to step out and launch what has become my now ministry, JCM, and then eventually now church, whatnot. There was a group of pastors, to be honest with you, leaders, that was straight dogging me out. I mean, they had made it a point to go around and make sure that they spoke negative about me. And it was really mind-blowing that what they were saying was completely false. But it was because of who they were, people believed it. And I would say because of the color of their skin, because they were white people. I'm just going to go here for a second. And, it's like if he said it, then it has to be true. And I watch other people jump on the bandwagon. And I wanted to go, man, I'm telling you right now, I wanted to go clean a few people out. I wanted to go there. You know what I'm saying? I'm a direct person. You know what I think when I leave, I have no problem going to you, pulling up and it's going to be what it's going to be. And can I tell you, man, it was like, God was like, do not even waste your time running behind that. Let them do whatever. And I'm talking some heavy hitters too. Like if God wasn't in the equation, I wouldn't be here today. Clearly, God was in the equation, because the more they talked about me, the more they tried to close doors and opportunities in my face, that's the more God raised me. But here's the kicker about it. He raised me independently. Ooh, I wish I had an organ. We need to put an organ on here. Well, that's yeah, no. Okay, I was trying to find something to go with the moment. Y'all, listen to me. The more they tried to destroy my name, my reputation, scandalize my name, whatever you want to call it, that's the more God just kept elevating me, and I kept getting more and more opportunities. I mean, just supernatural doors that you wouldn't believe. I ended up working with some major artists in Hollywood, some major movie producers, and the list goes on. Just stuff that was just way outside of the church world, way outside of the faith-based community. And even though I had great accomplishments had the opportunity to host a lot of TV shows, all that kind of stuff. But here's the thing that I want to say that really solidified it. I can't talk. It's hard to say that word. Solidify. Somebody help me out. Here's the thing that really was the kicker in all that, is it grew me independently. It helped me understand that you can stand. You could take a licking and keep on ticking. Okay, you can take serious abuse. You can take serious, some serious hits and bounce back. And it created such a toughness that I'm not gonna say I don't care, but I don't care. Come on, that's good. Y'all got to change these. Listen, Juan. I need an organ. I need somebody saying, "I know that's right." I need some serious backup on here. Anytime I'm doing a podcast by myself, I need some stuff here that's gonna help me talk to my people out there. What's up, my people? Y'all good? Yo, let me tell you, man, that thing gave me. I'm talking supernatural strength, and by that I mean godly strength. I was able to just turn to God because I couldn't go. I couldn't go to the people. God said, "Do not do it. Don't touch it." Dare I say, some of the people that said certain things, I'm telling you right now, they're doing so bad. I wouldn't even. I wouldn't even wish nothing bad upon them. I feel bad for them, to be honest with you. You got to be careful how you put stuff out there. You got to be careful how you go after people. What God has for you is for you. And what he's doing for other people, that ain't none of your business. And so I just can tell you that even in that situation, I'm grateful for it. Like Joseph said, what you meant for my bad, God turned it for my good. I'm grateful. I'm a better preacher because of that. I'm a greater leader because of that. I'm a greater entrepreneur. I'm a trailblazer because of that. I believe that it was things like that made me continue to blaze a path that sometimes other people wouldn't walk down, or other people wouldn't go down. I'm thankful that, you're looking at an author, an actor, a TV producer, a TV host, a church builder, a pastor, a designer. You see what I'm saying? I'm grateful to say, I can blaze those trails because of all the fire that was put on me. You go through all that heat. Trust me, you're going to blaze some fire. All right, let me wrap it up. In this chapter, helping others, there's a sub chapter in the book. Y'all need to get this book, by the way. We need to do like a whole book club thing. And we'll figure it out. We'll let y'all know when we're going to do all that stuff. There's a section called Saving the Starfish. In it, I write, helping others does not have to be big. You don't have to start a movement or create a foundation. What you need to do is just switch to a giver's mindset and put it into action. Then every person you help will have a ripple effect in the world. There was a man taking a morning walk on the beach, and he saw that the tide washed up hundreds of starfish. And when it rescinded, the starfish were left behind. The tide was fresh, and the starfish were alive. But because of the morning sun rays, they would die soon. The man took a few steps towards the fish, picked one up, and he threw it into the water. He did this repeatedly. Another man came up behind him. He couldn't understand what he was doing, so he asked, "What are you doing? There are hundreds of starfish lying here. How many can you save? What difference does it make?" Instead of yielding to his distractions, the man that was throwing the starfish, he took a few more steps. He took up another starfish. He threw it in the water, and he looked back at the man and he said this, "It makes a difference to this one." So what difference are we making? Big or small, it does not matter. If everyone made a small difference, we'd end up with a big outcome. And that's what I leave you with. If everyone made a small difference, we end up with a big outcome. I'm just doing my little small part with this podcast, challenging you and encouraging you that no matter what you go through, understand that all of it somehow, some way will actually work for your good if you let it. Tell your story. Continue your journey. Don't let nobody stop you from being you. I'm grateful that you got a little job or a nice job or a big job or whatever it is, but that's your job. What are you doing to make an impact in the community? What are you doing to change a life? What are you doing to take your scars and making them into stars? That's your purpose. And I pray you walk in it. Do it now. Love you. Hey, Hey, folks, thank you for joining our Do It Now podcast. I hope what was said today helped you, challenged you, and caused you to live your best life right now. Do me a huge favor. If you enjoyed today's podcast, I want you to share and like and subscribe to our channel. We want to share this message of now with every and anybody we can possibly get it to, and you can help us do that. Would you do it for me? And don't forget to live your best life now. We'll see you next time.